And how's everyone doing today? Hope you guys had a good night or day, however it was for you, wherever you are. I still don't know what I want to do for that regular greeting. Sorry about that. I'm not going to lie. I have freeze-dried strawberries today. They've been really good. So I apologize if I sound funny if I've got one in my mouth at any point. But, yeah. Man. Also, by the way, another one of those dangerous parallax encounter spawn. Let me just get rid of this weather because that is awful. But yeah, Ghost is gonna kill you. I mean, yeah. Yeah, no, there's no denying that. Let me just get Discord chat open. Yeah, no, this thing, I don't know. I was telling this to Durg a little while ago, but I'm going to say it again. I don't know how this thing managed to fly. Straight up, I don't know how this thing managed to fly.
And also, this human ghost is going to kill me.
Did you paint his entire base purple or something?
No. Remember when he wants to redeem first, but he hasn't had a chance to?
Yeah.
He still hasn't had a chance to yet.
Yeah,
Dirk,
looking at this ship, at the back of this ship, what we assume is the back, we really don't know. There was a whole ass another tank here, and it got blown off.
Yeah, I know.
But dear God, man, this thing is going to be
I'm not in
nightmare. Why is he in spat? Sometimes I hate nighttime.
Sometimes I do too, but it looks quite beautiful in something.
It does until you're flying low because you're just trying to get there, and you end up going face first into a tree.
You should have seen me. You should have seen me yesterday weaving in between those bullets and the terrain.
I mean, I think yesterday we both managed to successfully die like half a dozen times.
I'm not in spin. I hate spiders.
Yeah, remember what happened when I put the spider picture on the LED? Which reminds me, I did not change the image today. Wait, It's gone completely. Never mind. I didn't even think about it. Man, wait, I didn't change the LED today. Silly question. It's gone. Screw you, cubiculous one. Just don't come around. Don't you come back no more, no more. Sorry. My inner
It's
hit the
okay.
road jack came out.
Yeah, it's okay. I know the song as well. I like it.
Alright, my current goal is to try to get as many of the engines that are still here working again, except for the ones on top. For now.
Also, question: when are you gonna Go Touch Grass again?
Gonna do what?
When you gonna re-add Go Touch Grass?
I'll think about it.
It should not be in speed. Slim.
I mean, if we're talking about here, he's supposed to be on my faction. The Kira fucked up faction.
I am. And Chip One does Kira fuck up quite a lot.
Yes, yes. The faction name
But
is appropriate. Oh, you are on Ghost server?
yes, but I have my own clan, own faction,
To be fair, that sounds
which is not
exactly like
speed.
something Ghost would do, is put somebody into the Spiders faction.
So he would do that.
That is 100% something he would do as a troll.
Oh, that bastard.
Thing is, he wouldn't even mean anything mean about it. He'd just be having fun. He'd just be having fun with the troll, just like normal.
I don't think he realizes, but I have two different space engineers, one for Xbox, one for PC.
Fair enough. So, I've been thinking, since while I was waiting for stream to start, we've got that hollow cruiser hull, and we have this one that's the frigate
Hollow.
here that is all ready to go, except for not being strong enough to fly. What if we were to what if we were to mount the cruiser? What's up?
The cruiser is half the size of that frigate. I don't think that frigate's gonna have a fun time tanking around it.
I said mount the cruiser onto the frigate.
Yeah, I don't think the frigate would have a good time.
Well, of course we're going to increase the freaking lift power to compensate. It's not like we're just going to leave the thrusters as is. Heck, it doesn't even have enough lift right now to get off the ground. I have no idea how this thing was functional under the AI control. They're legitimately, it must be missing 16 to 18 thrusters on the underside of it. It must be missing a mountain of hydrogen thrusters on the bottom, because there is no other feasible way for it to have actually taken off. I was about to say, are we about to crash?
You ain't, but I've got black screen of death in my game.
You're what?
Black screen of death of my game.
Oh, well, you DC. I didn't even see you on when I checked players. And now it says you're connected. You are not properly connected. Because you are not in the list.
What?
You were not in the player list just then when it said you were connected.
Oh.
Meaning it didn't properly connect you. Also, a dangerous parallax encounter spawned. I'm
Fucking
not
don't
touching it.
bother it.
I'm not touching
You know what
it.
happened? Good. If you did it, I wasn't jumping on the server.
Yeah. Just because we succeeded in taking out one does not mean we will succeed in another. Our base is already destroyed, and we're reeling from that. And there's the DC
Yeah.
again. Take your time, Dirk. Get it up and running properly.
Yeah.
I mean, getting this thing running is going to be an exercise in digging through it and finding every little thing that's damaged, every little thing that's missing, and trying to rebuild it basically from the ground up. I'm up for it, but it's going to be like a 6 or 7 stream challenge to do this. What is on fire down here? Oh, it's the gun. Okay. Alright, and I'm upright again. Hey, let's see if it got you that time. What, the parallax? Okay, the parallax one disappeared now. Yeah, it still says you're DC'd.
It says I'm connecting.
Yeah, it said player connected on my end, but then when I went and looked at your model, it was still it still had the DC symbol.
Yeah, that's the model. But it's still not connected.
Yeah, there's got to be so many thrusters on the underside that are missing. Yeah, the true boss of the encounter is getting the ship working again. Honestly, I'm a little surprised they wasn't spiteful enough to force convert the ship into a freaking
Station.
into a station as it hit the ground. I'm surprised there wasn't a script running to force convert it just to be spiteful. That seems like something that seems like something that would be set up.
That's something you could do if you want.
Do we really want to though?
If we build an AI ship and it goes attack someone and it doesn't succeed, but it succeeds in surviving, and it's. Do you think that would cause them a lot of grief?
I mean, personally, from my perspective, a ship force converting itself into a freaking did the game just crash on me? No. Sent me YOLOing though. A ship force converting it into a station would be like, when it hits the ground as an NPC ship. Force converting into a freaking station when it hits the ground would be the ultimate NPC dick move grief. It's like, okay, now instead of being able to move this easily, it's partially clipped into the ground. So now you're gonna have to figure out where it's clipped in, get it, clear it, and then get it working again before you can convert it to a ship. That would be the ultimate dick move. Force converting to. I need to find out where is this just turned off? Yes, it is. All right. Alright, so we're missing an entire conveyor line here. That's why this one's not, that's why that thruster's not working. It's got conveyors attached to it, but none of them on the thruster side. Or, no. Yeah, no. The oxygen tanks don't have a hydrogen. Man, that would freaking piss me off. Don't even joke about that. Slim saying next thing I'm gonna come across is a freaking hydrogen tank. As a bomb, as a warhead. Don't even joke about that. That's not even a good. That's not even a bad taste joke, because it's legitimately a concern.
Yeah.
Actually, not entirely a concern, because I know for a fact that there are none on this ship.
As I would have saw them.
Yeah, I've gone through the list and of components of the ship, and there were no warheads listed. You still can't get it to connect?
Or no,
you're on. Okay.
It's just.
Yeah, let's check. You're actually only a 273 ping.
Well, it's still loading after like 4 minutes.
Oh, the textures?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been taking a while for me, for that to happen for me too. But I normally load it before stream, so it doesn't bother me that much. Like, I know this engine is off right now, but that's because I've got all the engines off. All the thrusters off because it was drifting in circles bumping against the sides of the little valley that it's in, doing damage to itself. So I just cut them all off and said, "Screw it. I'd rather a little damage on the bottom than more damage on all sides." But this thing has got to be missing so many shit. Oh no, that's an orc. Where? Oh no, no, no! I don't want to see orcs right now.
I don't see no orcs.
Neither do I, but I see messages from him in chat, and that's always
Parallax.
Yeah, read the entirety of the chat there. So apparently, an orc flyboss carrier came through.
Oh.
So, and neither of us noticed. Also, there's that parallax commander, that parallax dangerous encounter, is a kilometer closer than it was before. It respawned a kilometer closer.
Oh no.
I don't
Don't
like...
they target?
Huh?
Like, don't they target like anything that's usually 5 kilometers away from us?
I mean, you literally have to go to the point indicated to trigger it, so I'm not worried about it. But, but the fact that it's gradually moving closer is concerning, because that means that it might eventually move close enough we could accidentally trigger it. Oh, right. I grabbed a bunch of stuff for an additional thruster and then didn't come and build it. Yeah, no, there's no O2 here yet. I know hydrogen here. I gotta figure out where I can plug in the hydrogen at.
I'm doing the entrance with a base wall, so we have something that's protecting what we have.
Yeah, thank you. Build a gate. It's one of the I think it's one of the highest damage support, one of the I think it's one of the door units that can actually take the most damage. So do use a gate for the doorway into it. It's one of the high, it's intended to be a big ass door for the wall of a base. All the others are like doors in and out of parts of a ship.
I've just realized how big of a crater that ship left.
Yeah, that was it hitting the ground. That's the terrifying thing there.
Imagine that hitting another ship.
Energy low.
Yeah. So at some point today we need to rebuild the program, because we lost it. So there's no script managing our inventory and our auto crafting right now.
I know.
It kind of feels like I should probably put priority on getting that back up, but that is lower priority than getting this ship working, to me.
I'll be getting that up whenever I need the resources to be continuous.
Yeah,
which would be right now, but we currently have enough resources for what I'm doing.
There are so many holes in this ship, I'm not really worried about getting trapped. It's just like, okay, I closed off one hole so I could go in or out of the ship. Okay, let me just find the next hole down. I am going to recommend that you queue up like 2,000 cobalt metal grids before you start welding that up, because that's primarily what's going to be screwing you.
We've got 1,000.
There are 50 in each one of there are 50 in each one of those metal grids. I mean, each one of those in each one of those. So you're going to go through that 1,000 pretty quickly if you've got 30 or 40 of them.
Yeah, I want to do more than 1,000.
Yeah. See how much yeah, there were so many of these that just are missing because of the damage. So many thrusters are missing because of the damage.
But yeah, have you seen how much steel plate we have?
Yes, and it will go very quickly if you're building in heavy plate.
11K.
Yeah. And each one of those, I think, uses 200.
No.
What is it? 75?
115. No, 150.
Yeah, 150, yeah. Think about how, and I'm building thrusters, hydrogen thrusters, trying to get this ship up and running again. Each one of those uses metal grids too. We're both going to be tackling the metal grids today. And the music keeps cutting off. Why will my music not stay on? Why is this happening? Whenever the music stops and y'all notice, please tell me. You know what? This station doesn't want to stay on. Let's pick another station. It's been a while since we changed it. I'm thinking Electro Swing today. All right, Pretzel, do your duty. All right. Well, my Pretzel has a existential nightmare going on.
Toy with the fact.
It's Pretzel. It just existing gives it an existential nightmare. Now, where were you supposed to connect that you're just not? Is it damaged conveyors?
There's the game music.
Yeah. It's not the music I want, though.
I had no in-game music this entire time.
I'm gonna put another junction right here, and I'm gonna pipe this over. But you know, but after I fix that conveyor, can I place another? I'm dazed and confused about how they planned this ship to work. Because I swear the way they built it, it looks like they planned for a freaking, for a glass wall to eat the damage and just be replaced every once in a while from the internal thrusters. Bro, they did that with military precision. Look at that. That barely touches them. And it's stuff. And it's. Can you see it on stream? The tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It barely touches those two O2H2s. And these two in particular, yes, that one's damaged. This one's not. But they're secondary and tertiary. There are so many O2H2s in this area that if a couple get damaged, it doesn't matter. Because there's just so many. Like, they like whoever actually took the time to plan this shit out, they really went above and beyond in all the little nitpick details. Now, this ship has redundancy on redundancy on redundancy. But at the same time, for all those redundancies, it misses so much. Like, whoever designed it set up all the hydrogen thrusters there, for on the top to constantly be putting out thrust, so if you take it over, it'll constantly push itself down while it's trying to lift. I flew all the way over here without I mean, weirdly enough, the gyros. Weirdly enough, the gyros were not set to weird overrides. The gyros were not set to weird overrides unless you found some when you were on it. Did you find any weird overrides on them?
No.
Come to think of it, there is one. I found one that had a 0.01 roll, I think. Just enough so that when you were active, if you ever turned on manual, ever turned them on without checking to see if they were in manual mode, it was slowly going to try to roll the ship. But it wouldn't have been able to do much. Also, I have not eaten yet, but when I do eat after stream, I have such a wonder planned for me. Such a completely unhealthy. This is going to probably kill me soon. Before I finish it. Wonder planned. I have a 1 pound tub of there's a Parallax Triton incoming.
Oh.
It looks like it's not going to get... Okay, now it's turned. Okay, it's moving away. I went over to where the ship was and watched its motion to see if it was coming for the ship. If it was, I was going to jump in the flight seat and turn on all the weapons. Because I turned them all off. Did I just hit you? How much damage did you take? How much damage did you take? Because I went from 100% to 55.
Same.
My feet impacted your head, and somehow we took equal damage.
My head must have a thick skull.
Broke two of my legs, both of my legs with your forehead, bruh.
Oh, that reminds me of this. Let's go to high school. We had this person. No, we nicknamed him Grub, but
I'm sure there's an interesting reason behind that nickname.
You can see his forehead from across the lake.
You don't get
this lake.
You say you called him Grub.
Lake, we called him Grub because he was an absolute monster when it came to football.
I was like, how the fuck do you get the nickname of Grub and it be called a positive nickname? And now I'm out of jetpack fuel, so now I'm hucking it across the mountains.
But yeah, that's one of the reasons why he was called Grub. The other reason is because he couldn't handle a loss. He couldn't handle being beaten by someone younger than him.
I apparently missed a few guns because the AA is still trying to shoot down the meteors.
Oh.
It did a decent job too. It went from 5 to just 2. If we were playing with meteorites being more aggressive, we would have had to leave that on our base. Alright, well,
what would you do? What would you do if we went and attacked that processing station when we could, and another one of those frigates came by?
If they weren't NPC stuff like this, like limited NPC encounters like this, I'd probably be shitting myself. Let's be honest, we both would be. If these weren't limited NPC encounters, this sort of thing. Do you just have like 9 hydrogen bottles in your inventory?
I put 4.
Because we've only got 5 left in storage that I can find.
Yeah, but how many times did we die last stream?
Each of those, I was only taking one, and I recovered it twice.
I was taking 2 and I recovered 1 before the other one gets spawned in front of me.
Shit. Alright, so I'm gonna have to make like 15 more. Gotcha. I'm going to be completely honest. I am focusing on the back half of the ship right now. Also, these dried strawberries or freeze-dried strawberries are awesome. I love them.
Also, right here, I'm thinking of putting a window out here just so we can see whether it's dark, foggy or shit. Sorry, don't open the door and let the fog in.
The transparent LCD mod does have an armored glass window set. They don't function as LCDs, but they do function as windows. So you don't, so that you can see, so you can see without losing access to the, without having to use the relatively low defense bulletproof glass window, the relatively low defense regular windows. Because let's be honest, those things do not have a lot of hit points.
No.
Hey, Yuki! Why are we panicking? Why are we panicking, Yuki? I promise I did not set anybody's pubic hair on fire yet.
I tell you what, he would if he could.
I think it's important to note. Oh God, Yuki can drive. That's what it is, isn't it? You got your license.
Oh no.
Alright, evacuate the country. That's how my family reacted to me getting my license, by the way. Oh my God, he has a driver's license. Time to leave the country. Then they proceeded to use me as the designated driver for like 5 years.
Oof.
The problem of being 15 when you get your driver's license. I got it that early. I got it that early because I had to drive to work, and I had easy access to a vehicle. Oh no, Yuki, was I right? You did? Or is it? I'm sorry if I spoiled it.
Okay, everyone can entirely off the closest building in town. Oh fuck.
I've been there a few times though, so I'm like, it's like, you did not get your license? Oh no. Oh. Oh, hey, Dirk, you could use the armored LCDs, and we could put a insulting message in front of the base.
I was going to do the corners as glass armored corner panels.
Oh, nice. Yuki was legitimately just trolling us. Yuki didn't get their license. They got excited like that just because they can.
Yuki, you're a bitch.
That's the good kind of joke. That's the good kind of joke. The bad kind of joke. The bad kind of joke is the one where they traumatize an entire friend group. What are you guys attacking?
Dude, what I am using is stronger than these pieces of shit.
They attacked something. I hadn't seen anything pop up. Also, looking at the freaking placement of those merge blocks you were talking about, Slim. This is a ship in the middle of the formation. This isn't an end ship. It's a middle one. Because it's got them on both sides. Also, I love how they basically used exactly the thought pattern I had for how to build two ships that were part of each other. That combined. I love how I'm not the first one to think about that, even if somebody else actually did it already. I love that. Because I've been thinking about that as an idea to do for a while, and to see it how somebody else executed it is really nice. Gives me ideas for my own ships. Yes, that means there will be future war crimes that you guys will have to be witness to. One of these days we are going to do a freaking creative mode stream, and we are going to design just absolute war crimes of ships. Like, that should not fit there kind of ships.
How's that for
you?
When you come back to base, or I'll show you what I put up there.
Nice.
And it's even more armor than what you suggested. It's 78 bulletproof glass each.
I'm not planning on perfectly restoring this, Slim. The addition of the replace NPC weapons mod means that none of the weapons on this thing are the proper ones to make them fit together correctly. So I can't combine them. Even if I had them, I don't think I could combine them properly.
Here's for the first bot, by the way.
Yep, I'm buying it right now. Yeah, as much as nice as it would be to get the full collection, I do not believe that I do not believe that I would be able to properly combine them with the various mods on here. I think the weapon replacement mods would actually interfere with it. Maybe it wouldn't, at least not entirely, but if it didn't on this one, it might on another, because it does randomly replace the you know the weapons. So we might get another one of these ships, and it's not the same thing, and it doesn't
Kira,
have the same weapons. Yeah.
it's a good thing that ship did attack us.
Why?
Because a meteorite would have hit our base anyway.
A meteorite would have hit the base?
Yeah, look right here.
Oh, wow. Oh, and hey, there's another dangerous ember hit one right where the old one was.
Oh.
Yeah. So we didn't see any of these until we hit negative 1500. I just want to put that out there.
I know.
No, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not blaming anyone. If it hadn't happened now, it would happen later. I'm just stating that we didn't see any of these until we hit the negative 1500 point. So I'm pretty sure that these are encounters that can only happen once you're max negativity with these factions. These aren't chance encounters. These can only, I think these can only spawn when the faction's truly well and truly arrayed to just blow you out of the water at the first idea of you existing anymore. I think for these encounters to actually happen, there is a level of spite and hatred from the NPCs that you really are in a kind of, you have to see it to believe it kind of state. See, this absolute spaghetti that I'm tracking here is exactly why I'm very fond of pointing out that as much as I like building the outside and fitting things into it, I think we should definitely in the future build the inside and then wrap it. Which just makes the idea of a hangar that we build the ship in and then let it out even more enticing, because then it means that then means that it's not completely completely exposed while being built, to any hostile encounters. Like the reason I was willing to work on the freaking cruiser was because we.
You won't see her around too much. Just
What the?
happy that she was here. Honestly,
That,
I think that
Hold up,
that's
my
not
phone. My phone just decided to start randomly playing a YouTube video,
right.
like out of
Also,
the blue.
also, stop pulling out cobalt metal sheets because we've not metal sheets. We can. We're low on cobalt. We've got like 600 left. Please don't go down, internet.
Oh no. Um, you're still at 279.
I'm having a connection problem.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, if you flew over the top of this ship, there's entirely a chance that the entire problem you're having is that you're near this ship.
There I am. I was going over to get cobalt.
Oh, sorry, Yuki, I did not see it. Let me get you in that box. God, that sounds weird to say. I'm sorry.
Yuki the kid, and there's a cat in the box.
I mean, Nep Nep is definitely very much like a cat. If you know the character, calling it a cat is dead accurate.
Energy low.
Or they. Oh no, I shouldn't say it. But yeah, we've got like 600 cobalt left.
There is a fair bit of processed cobalt on the ship.
Yeah, but not in the base.
Yeah, true. And we lost our miner, so it's not like I can go get more.
That's what I'm doing.
Hey, I didn't say it, Yuki. You're the one who said it. I know good and well that your nickname is because of your pet cat.
Yuki, he wasn't the only one that was thinking it.
I'm legitimately having to go through this ship and wait, I am legitimately having to go through this ship looking for where there are conveyors not connected that I can link them up. I might have enough. I might. I mean, fair. I'm going to be 100% honest. To crack those kind of dirty jokes, you have to be thinking those kind of dirty jokes. Also, Dirk, just so you know, the mining array, the mining platform that we had built was taken down before the encounter. We did not lose. We did not lose the mining platform to the encounter. It was damaged. The only thing left on it was the refinery and the batteries, but it was still technically there.
Well, hey, there's yours.
All right, go make that kitty purr, Yuki.
Hey.
I am legitimately surprised I did not just get banned for that. I know they're not going to ban me spontaneously like that, but lines like that just are hard not to be like, you're gonna get banned for that one.
Ain't Yuki close to the, like, relatively close to your age as well?
Honestly, something that and I'm very happy about this. Something I've noticed is that plain space engineers, I have encountered more people my age on stream than I did the entire time I was playing Factorio, the entire time I was playing Minecraft, which that one really doesn't surprise me. But also You know, this is the oldest group of viewers I've ever had, and I'm kind of, you know, it's kind of cool.
Shouldn't you say oldest and youngest, as in probably one of the youngest people you've played with?
Yes, but even then, when I first started, I had multiple viewers who were in the 15 to 17 range, with one that I know for a fact was as young as 13 because they had said it live on stream despite me asking nobody to tell their age.
Energy
So,
low.
like I said,
Some people do that.
yeah, some people just don't understand the concept of oversharing. Like, you know, like the only reaction I can have to that's not going to get me in trouble is good for you. I didn't ask. That's legitimately the only valid, just valid response to that. You know, good for you. I didn't ask. Like you know, like rule, finger pointing to the sky. Number one about streaming. Don't talk about how old you are if you're a viewer. You know, don't offer that information. Like, for your own safety. It's not even, it's for your own safety. Unless you're old enough that you can protect yourself, then it's up to your discretion. But young people under 21 don't. Oh, there's an Orcs Flyboss carrier, flying by, heading towards the Ember processing station.
And I know orcs target grids.
I'm going to be surprised if that Orcs carrier could fly under normal circumstances.
You want to go check it out?
No, fuck no. Last thing I want to do is get the Orcs' attention actively on us. Oh yeah, no, I know like I said, this is the oldest user base I've ever had, oldest viewer base I've ever had, and I think that's neat. Because I'm more comfortable talking and being I'm more comfortable with my language. I don't feel like I constantly need to watch my mouth about everything. And yeah, that's probably a little bad to think about it that way, but when I know I have 13 and 14-year-olds in chat, I don't care what Fortnite or the FPS games, what the language in the chat is like there. In my mind, if I know there are 13 and 14-year-olds in my chat, because because they're blatantly obvious about it, I'm going to try harder to watch my language. When I know there's not, I don't feel as much an urge to watch my language. Maybe that's a bad thing, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know, but it's a thing.
Me, even if I was 13, I don't think I'd give a shit about someone's language.
Yeah, if you are, you say under 18, I say under 21 because, once somebody hits 21, it's generally accepted they're going to seen a good number of life's experiences. At least in the cruder side of a conversation. Or, by 21, and they're able to drink. So if I decide to hold a drinking stream for some reason, it's not like I'm not genuinely concerned about somebody picking up a bad habit because they're too young. Well, doesn't
Kira,
help that
when you were flying
doesn't
by,
help that
Kira,
Twitch's
when you,
age verification is dog shit.
Kira, when you were flying by, you skimmed my head.
I didn't take damage, did you?
No, but it was enough to feel it in game.
I think I might have finally gotten enough rebuilt, whatever you want to call it, to lift off. But I want to wait until that Orc's Flyboss carrier goes away.
Yeah. Oh.
Good
Oh.
God, Tirith, that is
Oh.
way back. Congratulations, and I'm sorry. Hey, that kind of deserves both sentiments.
What happens if Ember and Walks meet together?
Somebody might get blown up. Probably Ember.
Probably or definitely.
It depends on whether it's a transport or a warship. And seeing as how that's a transport, it is probably going to get knocked out of the water. Honestly,
Fuel low.
they don't feel like they're on the same heading, so I'm not too worried about it.
Fuel
And I'm going to be walking back.
You
Fair
weren't
enough.
checking your shit
Fair
back,
enough.
so
I'm going to be walking back because today I have been extremely bad about keeping an eye on my jetpack fuel for some reason. It's just been the bane of my existence today, keeping track of it. What? So what you're saying is if Assert flies through that, it's going to trigger. Does it trigger it geared towards us or towards Assert? Who does it gear towards? That is a terrifying thing you have told me, Slim, and I need to know the answer to my question.
it's either that slim or we're timing you out for 10.
But does it
triggers to
focus
anyone.
does it focus on who triggered it or on me, on the players?
It triggers to anyone, is saying.
So it'll focus on whoever hits it. Oh. Are you telling me we might end up with an Assert ship flying around going after the Orcs? The last thing we need is a large Orc presence near our base. Were you saying something?
Have a look at chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
In-game chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Orcs are now aggressive.
Towards us or towards the Ember?
Both bases, both transport and installation.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Tirith. That is terrifying for us.
There's going to be a massive ass fight now. Oh, that orc carry is down.
Hell it
No, the
is.
transporters.
The Ember Transporter is the one dropping like a rock.
There was supposed there was four. There's no three.
I mean, I'm not close enough to see anything more than the Fighter Bomba and the Flyboss carrier.
Yeah, Flyboss Curry is gone.
I'm still seeing it on my screen.
I'm not. But yeah, I know that Resource Processing Station has some guns that can take that bomber out.
That Flyboss carrier is still reading as on the screen to me. So is the Fighter Bomba. They'll disappear soon enough.
Come on, dig in the mud.
Yeah, but we got to get this ship back up and running.
But yeah, I've increased the drill to a meter a second, as it was like, and
All
it's
right,
still keeping
now
up.
they've disappeared. Now they've disappeared.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. I should repair this when I can. Oh. Let's see. So what's happening with the Trident plasma beam cannon, by the way?
The Trident? What's wrong with it?
Yeah. It doesn't have a world's military plate.
Yeah, well, I know about that. I'm less.
Yeah, but
I'm not too concerned about that. I mean, if we have the
Yeah.
spare military plate, fix it. But it's a pretty low priority because they're expensive. They require silver, cobalt, and iron. Yeah, well, I mean the dangerous encounter disappeared for now. Don't stand in front of the thruster when it's still on. I am hesitant to say this ship has the ability to go to orbit. I'm going to be honest. I am hesitant to say this ship has the ability to clear to orbit. Yes, it's got hydrogens, but it doesn't have any major hydrogen lift. Yuki, you should have seen our initial spawn point when we first started up this world. It was like enemy base to the left, enemy base to the right, enemy base in front, enemy base behind. Oh, look, another one spawned to the diagonal of us. It was like everywhere we turned, there was a new enemy base. The more enemy bases there are, the more enemy flights there are overhead. And most of them were assert, if I remember correctly. It tells you exactly how I felt about it. But yeah, despite being rather prickly, Ember is definitely the better neighbor than Assert. And holy fuck, what was that? I came back coming flying in a hot, and that was right in my face. Just remember,
That's what big.
just
Yeah.
remember, to use those, you're going to have to bind them in a group and to use
I
them.
know. I've built with their tight hanger blast doors before.
All right, Yuki, not Yuki. Durg, I think I have enough to get it in the air. I think I have enough to get it in the air and enough to limp it over to our base. Anything more than that, I cannot promise.
Yuki's being scary.
Scary or scared?
Scary.
Fair. Let's be honest. If you don't audibly hear the dun dun dun, then it's just being scared. There's so much that's still burning on that ship that I'm just not even bothering to fix because it's non-critical infrastructure. Like, you've flown over here, you fly over and there's a burning fire in the middle of the ship. And it's just two of the turrets on fire. It's nothing but two of the turrets.
But the big ones.
No. Okay, so to be fair, some of the hydrogen thrusters on the top of the ship are burning, but on the underside, the big fire is one of the turrets. It is a pulsar shot cannon. So our favorite boom, our favorite plasma boom.
A favorite plasma boom, but our most hated one to be used against us.
Yes, because it is essentially plasma artillery. All right.
Stop what you're building.
Why? What's wrong?
We've got no steel plate.
How the fuck? Well, then it sounds like you need to queue up like 3,000 of them. I told you building exclusively heavy was gonna freaking put a burden on it.
That was 11,000 steel plate.
Yeah.
I ain't putting on that. I'm putting on 1,600 steel plate. 16,000. And that is only going to use quarter of our, or 1/3 of our iron. We've got almost 500,000 iron. Or
Friggin' make a few thousand. Alright, I have to all these hydrogen thrusters. I need to bind them all together. And hope I can move it at a decent pace. All right, gyros are good. You know, I never did find all the decoys that are on this ship, but apparently there are 7 of them. It's interesting. What is it?
Someone's got pissed off.
Oh, another parallax encounter. Just don't hit the brown note. We're on the verge of finding out if the ship is operational. Atmospherics. The problem is they're like there's so many atmospherics on, okay, not a lot of atmospherics. All right. Where is it? Where is it? Group. Instinct. Hydrogen thrusters. All right. Here's the attempt. No lift. That is another Flyboss carrier. So, with no lift, we're going to go up to the atmospheric thrusters, test the override, disable it. Disable it. Oh, come on.
Yippee! The doors work. Kira,
Yeah,
the doors work.
nice. All right. 6. This should be moving. Don't even joke about that. I don't even want to think about that.
Slim, do not give us that grief. We've already gone through enough.
Slim over here trauma bossing like a king.
I don't know how Slim would feel when he's not even prepared for space and a boss encounter comes.
let's be honest. Slim's like a ghost. He'll take it like a champ and then say, "Is that all you got?"
Not when he's ill prepared.
I never said he'd be successful. I just said he'd take it like a champ. I do not know why it will not go. Wait, is it because I'm not in the main chair? Is it because I'm not in the main cockpit? I swear if it turns out to be because of that, because the one remaining flight seat that's active isn't the main cockpit, I'm going to throw something.
Knowing space engineers, it is.
Oh, no, hitting orbit's going to be worse, let's be honest. Because that's going to most of the factions aren't on planet. Most of the factions aren't on planet. Once we get in, yeah, no, I know it is. I'm going to just repair all of them. What happened, Dirk?
Another orc carrier.
Oh.
And it's got its target on someone.
Oh, it's targeting the resource again, I think.
One ship is, but the carrier's going somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's going towards
They
the
the fact is Ember got the orcs' attention. This is going to be a regular occurrence for a while.
Also, have a look where that Flyboss is heading.
I am a little concerned about it, but okay, we have liftoff. It was because we weren't in the proper seat.
I told you.
It looks like we're holding steady on height too.
Nice. Yeah, they're now a kilometer away from each other.
Yeah.
That encounter and the Flyboss.
I honestly, why do you think I'm trying to get this thing on the ground next to the base as fast as possible?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to be coming down here in a moment.
I can see.
Welcome back. And welcome in, Ghost. The orcs may have picked a fight with Ember.
More than once.
Yeah, I think the orcs have fixated on trying to fight Ember. But we got the ship flying. Slowly, but it's flying. Derg, I need you to come tell me when I'm how close I am to the ground.
Your front end's touching it. Your back end's touching it. You're flat.
All right. I am turning it off altogether. Yes, that means it rolls because, we're not stabilizing, but by turning it off, we we remove its signature from the radar, which is important. Yeah, no, the Orcs Flyboss carrier is completely ignoring that parallax encounter. The heavy fighter might be down for the count.
That might be juicy. Don't you agree?
Oh, but I don't like that. That just came up over our shoulder. A parallax Eidolon on a trajectory to fly right over our base or near our base right after I settled down the ship.
And when we are still ill-prepared for war.
Yeah.
Warfare.
It says it's getting further away. Oh.
Good.
It says it's getting further away, but the arrow does not indicate that. Thank you, Yuki, for trying to be a little calming force there. It does help. Now it's coming closer. Oh. If half the weapons on that ship weren't ground down to a disabled state, I'd say bring it. Oh. Alright. We keep an eye on that parallax. If it comes within 3 kilometers, then we've got a problem. Until then, it's ignorable. Derg has been building up a fortified entrance for us. So we have us a honking big ship now.
What? Yeah, I'm not waiting on metal grids.
That does not surprise me. That's cobalt too.
Yeah.
That parallax looks like it is doing that. That Eidolon is doing zigzags. So you see that it keeps coming in close, going away, close, away. It is doing zigzags.
Yeah. Don't bring it then. Put this on the work. It doesn't get done.
Okay. So I'm less concerned now. Was in 4 ads, nice. I'm less concerned now, but so I think the plan for the ships is going to be Dirk or... Oh, you're behind me. Or... Where? Oh, you're over there? Okay. Yeah, Durgan Spite. I saw, he was talking about that earlier. But, I have questions about whether that ship will be good to fly to space. The inside is such a spaghetti. You know.
No.
The inside is such a spaghetti. The only air compartment, the only area that'll be safe to pressurize for a space trip is the cockpit.
He passed up the great John.
Yeah. The problem is with that space spaghetti is because it's been designed as a yeah, no, it won't be livable without oxygen bottles. Also, freeze-dried strawberries. Surprisingly good. Even if it does taste like they use kind of mid-grade strawberries instead of good ones. But it comes across as a gunboat. It comes across as a gunboat that was intended for atmospheric use. Because the primary lift on it is atmospherics. There are like 6 or 7 atmospherics pretty much running down the center line of the ship with the intention of lifting it off the ground. I am given a very strong impression of this ship can make it to space, but it will not function well in space. On the flip side, it gives me the impression of a ship that will be able to re-enter and leave atmosphere comfortably. Like it is a ship that'll be able to go into orbit and come back without a problem. But long-term space time, movement is not going to be good for it.
I'll be letting you
There's going to be more orcs as well as reavers and everything once we hit space.
It's just going to be more everything.
The stage we are in right now is the easy mode. This is the easy mode step of it. Yeah. So I need to. So I have not eaten today, not since 2 a.m. So these little bit of strawberries is just absolutely fulfilling a hunger for me.
Not last night, no. Yeah, last night I had an entire ton
pretty
of
much, Yuki.
Blueberries.
I mean, you can't go wrong with some good blueberries, you know?
My mother didn't have a single blueberry salad.
Oh,
Yeah.
after stream, I've got a pound of pulled pork barbecue vinegar, Eastern style, of course, Eastern NC style, of course, and one of those grocery store tubs of mac and cheese. I'm going to heat both up, mix them together, and then eat them like chips and dip.
You better send me some. Or the recipe.
Speaking of blueberries, I was talking to I called up Derg while I was at work, just because I wanted to talk about what we were going to do about the ship, and I was blocking the melatonin section of at my store. There's a brand. I'm not going to state the brand, but the bottles are 80 doses, 80 gummies. It had 80 strawberry for $15.99, but 80 blueberry were $22.99. Why were the blueberry, same dose, same amount, $8 more?
I get the next one with the they buy them. All right, let's go. It's my flight. He's out.
Also, I love the fact that wait, this is a point defense turret. Okay, I thought that was just a cap. So, yes, no, it is absolutely ridiculous, Yuki. Step number 1 is get all the thrusters rebuilt and routed and get the routing on them cleaned up so it's actually usable.
Kira.
Yeah.
You know those 1,000 metal grids I put into production?
Yeah.
I already used them all, and I'm on the last row.
I told you that it would use a lot. Heavy. That's kind of why normally you don't build in heavy steel plate unless you're in space.
But then with what we just versed, we have to, otherwise our base is going to get melted.
Mm-hmm. Or crashed into by a ship. Yeah, Yuki, you weren't here for that yesterday. You got to check the VOD that'll go up today at noon. That ship we recovered crashed into the base as a way of taking out our power. Like, it was getting hammered by all of the guns. It tilted nose first towards the base and just rammed it. It like right down there. Slammed right into it.
It slammed into our base after delivering an 800mm payload.
Mm-hmm. It left like a third of its weapons behind too. It left all of its 1,000mm lances behind. Kind of funny.
Nope, never been used.
Yeah.
Never been used, but what?
It tried to kamikaze. It didn't succeed in destroying all our power. In fact, it didn't even reach our reactor room. Our reactor room's all the way back there. But what it succeeded in doing is severing the armor blocks and the conveyors that were supplying power and ammo to all the defenses on the outside. So all of them cut off. All of them lost power. So it just said, at that point, after, it just kind of said, talk to us about our extended home warranty, huh? Yeah, no, I can believe that. Honestly, I'd call it a kamikaze if it had warheads on it. It didn't have warheads.
Come on.
But like-
Akira,
Yeah,
I've got a button for the outside now for these doors.
nice. So we've got to decide what we want to do. We need to. When it happened, when it initially happened, Dirks and I first reaction was, "Fuck yeah, we won!" And then it busted through the roof and kept shooting. Dirk, how long did you set the range on this?
On what?
On these pistons?
And?
And the fourth day floor.
So it's going to go 30 meters?
I don't think it's working.
Did you get that? Did you get that thing I sent
It's
you?
coming in meters.
That-
Going a meter. It's working, it's just slow because of the tension.
You didn't share inertia tensor?
I did.
They're not active.
Except for the first one.
Yeah, and what do you think?
Should be all of them.
Okay.
Because they're not moving. It's
Yeah,
not
I
moving.
know.
Velocity is 0.65 and it's going up.
That's what it is. No, it's
It's working now.
We can't get a
And overtimed it all of a sudden. Yeah, it overtimed all of a sudden.
Well, then, I must people in the shops. And he hasn't recommended yet.
Honestly, there's a lot of people who could use a how to drill, tutorial. Let's be honest. It's not just Dirk and I that could use that. I mean, it's everybody. Like, what even was this? This is what I mean about the weapon swap mod. Is just like a what the hell. There's no conveyor this is attached to. It's just stuck to the front.
How much do you think the pack of cigarettes up here? Pack of 20s?
There are apparently 29 batteries on the ship, by the way.
Oh, then again, we can get horrible ones for $6.
What did you do, Dirk?
$6.
We got 2 million stone.
Yep, and that means you need to. That means
It's already
we need to
maxed
get.
out the refineries.
I mean, the refineries are actually using it.
Yeah.
Is it clogging up our cargoes to the point we can't, things aren't moving?
Let me double check. No.
Then I'm not worried about it. Unless it's clogging up our cargoes to the point that we can't put more stuff into it, it's not a problem. It's just materials to go through.
Nice.
Nice. All right.
When you come up here, go say the one who's you walk over to
Oh, wonderful. Another Ember.
Jag vill se mycket mer på det där. Jag vill se mycket om det. Jag vill se mycket om det. Nej.
Oh no, Yuki. Let me get you. Let me get you.
This one was 15.
So,
You put in the map before you left, Thomas.
What's up?
Let's go between there. Let's go see.
Like, dude, this thing lost so much when it decided to YOLO face first into the base. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, 50, 60%. I'm pretty sure that 50, 60% of the damage on the front of the ship is from that incident. Not from anything we did.
you want to help me decommission this?
Drill.
Yeah,
I'm coming.
Thomas.
so we can get going downwards. Ow.
You took the one that you didn't want to take out, didn't you?
Inventory full.
Yeah. Also, where's our
Can't use
miner?
that connector, by the way.
Oh,
Let me guess, there's like 2,000, 2,000 kilos of material in there already, huh?
no.
Inventory full.
But yeah, where's that little miner?
It,
Oh wait,
Storm.
yeah, it got
Oh,
blown
yeah.
up.
yeah.
Yeah, it got blown up. got YOLO'd by that freaking by that freighter from like 3 kilometers away with one shot.
You got plenty of work on Tuesday, and when?
What was that?
Saturday.
Oh, it was a meteorite swarm. Oh, it's a flesh wound. Nice one, Ghost. So we've got a few considerations to make for it. For the planned refit. I've got some plans and considerations to make for it. For one, making the living quarters big enough we can actually live in them. You know, paracryos, med bay minimum. We've got all these sweet looking we've got these sweet looking where are they? My brain does not want to function today, so yeah, we've got these sweets, the sweet space bridge, the spacebar bridge consoles mod, which gives us stuff like engineer, flight seats, stuff like that.
Look at you. I can show it something to put in that kind of clothes, have ya?
So we can actually make the bridge of the ship look like the bridge of a ship.
Nice.
You know what? Something's gonna bother me until I find out.
Go.
Let me find out here real quick. Why am I using the biggest one we have? There it is. Yeah, I know, Ghost. I know. I need to know, and I'm gonna find out here because I'm stubborn and I'm gonna do it my way instead of asking.
Nah, hi, mate. Hi, mate. You look so much like your mother, but you are so much like Mads.
Fix your payout.
Becca. You have got the body of your mama. Yeah. And then you that Jamie? You're that Jamie?
I'm
the Different one. I thought it was in these.
Yeah, well, it's when you sell these different fly
Oh,
Sorry.
there's not a way to do it. Okay, at least not in that.
No. Oh, good. Yeah.
I was gonna say, is there?
Thomas,
Hey, Dirk,
Thomas looks like Eddie.
turn on
Yeah.
push to talk. We're getting a lot of your family in the background, is why I'm asking. There is? Okay. Okay, so I need to find out how to do that, because God knows one of the things that annoys me the most about inside the ship cockpits is not being able to see the outside of the ship without switching to the alternate view, to the third person. Is it a vanilla script, or is it a modded script? Okay. Send me a link to the script and I will figure it out. Because that is my biggest beef I have with that is my biggest beef I have with that is my brain. I said that popped up in chat and my brain just went bloop. That is my biggest beef with building ships. I'm building the cockpit, the main cockpit of the ship in the center of the ship. Yes, it's the most protected, but it also relies primarily on cameras if you don't want to use third person mode. So that irks me. As much as glass windows are very big weakness of ships, being able to see without having to rely on third person mode is kind of nice. And also feels more like you're flying a ship. It's like, yeah, you can see better. You can see better to figure out what's going on in the battlefield from the third person view. But does it feel like flying a ship, or does it feel like piloting, moving something in? Yeah, it does help. Or any camera really, but it does not. Why is everything green all of a sudden? What did you do, Dirk? Did you put green light down? Yeah, he did. Okay. Also, I just realized that the music is off again. God dang it. I don't know what is up with Pretzel lately, but it just does not want to run. Let me close Pretzel and reboot it. If I can't get Pretzel up and running again, okay. Let's see if it keeps going.
How do you like the lights?
I like them. The green threw me off initially.
Yeah, if you want to do the green, the middle one is 180 and the two others are both 80.
Alright, so seeing as how we are moving things further in the deeper in the base, I am going to put the programmable block for our script for the SE script way in the back here by the engines, because I really don't want it getting blown up again.
Energy low.
Yeah, like one of what when it comes to space, travel, that's one of the reasons why my favorite cockpit is that industrial one that's basically just a square bubble of glass with a seat in it. That's why that one's my favorite, because it gives you the view of space that you want. Yeah, it's still easier to maneuver because the back end of your ship is fucking fat in third person, but when you're just flying, no concerns in the world, that freaking first person, man, it needs to have a good view.
How did I get dealt 15 damage by falling for 3 blocks?
Huh?
I got dealt 15 damage by falling 3 blocks when I've dropped down 7 and it's not sustained any damage.
Fair enough.
How?
I think our next step is going to be also ISIS is back up and running. I've just got to build the LCDs to to show everything. And I'm going to use the vanilla ones just because I don't feel like being fancy with it right now. The eventual goal is to shove everything that's on the base into the ship so we can take it to space. I want to say that was correct. I get the feeling I'm wrong. Okay.
Energy low.
And of course, the... Why? Why are you not playing more than one track at a time? Why are you doing this to me, Pretzel? What is the one for... IIM dash main. All right. Why is it not showing? Why are they not? There we go. And we can actually see it this time. Why are you not working? Well, we're waiting.
Here,
Yeah.
would you mind helping me build 50 drills?
I was actually getting ready to fly off and grab some magnesium. Because apparently, I think the script is getting hung up on trying to learn something. Yeah, it's hung up on not having magnesium and possibly cobalt also.
It should have cobalt.
Either way, I'm going for magnesium.
Yeah, we're still at 20,000 on refined cobalt.
Yeah, we're good on cobalt then. What's up, Ghost? Did you do something?
I think the ghost destroyed my base. No idea.
Apparently, he also changed your faction to the spiders.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
Inventory full.
Yeah.
What do you mean that's just what happens?
Ghost, if I can get close to your base, I am gonna name it Moby.
It's two separate accounts.
Yeah, Dirk, you can do that with less. Do a checkerboard pattern with the junctions.
You could have told me that before I built them.
Fair enough.
Yeah, let's be this way. Yeah.
And again, with the... Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this, freaking pretzel? You've never done this to me. Just stopped after one. Why is it doing this the last few days?
So you do it again. God, get the fuck out. So bad. Good stuff. That's good stuff.
It's in autoplay. It's in autopay.
Pay or play?
It's in autoplay mode. It shouldn't be doing this.
More orcs.
It's freaking bizarre.
That look one of these.
Maybe it's time for a freaking client update or something, you know?
I'm rich people job. One. Yeah. No one that comes up with me. That's me for you. That's good, man. You can task those on the grab too. Yeah, man, I'll run that. I'll give people stuff and I'm not living here. It's April when they come back. That's alright. Yeah.
Oh.
I've still got some of that by Sunday.
Fuck Matthews out.
Yeah. There's a mask guy in there.
It's, while it is moving closer, I think it's not going to come across us. I think it's following the mountain line. But either way, honestly, today, Pretzel is giving me enough stress here that I'm thinking I might call it a day. For streaming, at least. I'll probably work off stream on beefing up our defenses because it's time to start doing that again.
Dude, don't worry about Pretzel.
No, it's bothering me. It's bothering me for it to go months without a problem and then suddenly start, being stupid, out of the blue in the last day or two. It's bothering me. Especially because I like the music in the background,
Yeah.
Alright. On stream, your stream yesterday? Yeah, I did not get a chance to check it out. I didn't get the notification. Is it available on your Twitch? I might put it on while I work tonight. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah, I think we are going to call it a day. It has been one of those days today, so far. I'm pretty sure I could have only fixed half of what I did and still got the ship in the air. So, I will see you guys next time. Catch you later.